Are you thinking about moving to Walsh Ranch in Aledo, Texas, and want to make sure you buy the perfect home for your family? Well, today I'm going to cover the 4 different types of homes that you can purchase in Walsh Ranch. And those 4 are townhomes, garden style homes, cottage style homes, and then your traditional single family homes. So stick around, we're going to cover all 4 and we'll get rolling. Now, if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Aledo, Texas, make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell for notifications to make sure you get kept up to date about everything that's going on in the Aledo area. My name's Jared with Living in Aledo, Texas, and I get calls and texts all the time from people just like you who are thinking about moving to the Aledo area, and I love it. So whether you're thinking about moving next week or next year, all my contact information is in the description box below. Feel free to reach out however you are most comfortable, and I look forward to helping you make a smooth move to Aledo. Now, before we get started on those 4 homes, I am here in the Village Market area. For those of you who don't know, Walsh does have like a little Village Market. It's kind of like a little convenience store. We'll take a step back right over here. You can actually, you probably can't, I'll get you some aerial of this, but they do have a gas station. And in case you're wondering, the gas pump is open to the public. So I actually forgot to stop on my way home one day, realized I literally was at like 2 miles left on my tank. And I was like, well, I hope the Walsh Ranch gas station will let me buy gas. They will. So there's a little coffee shop here. You can get snacks, you can get drinks. So that's a really cool little like community feature. There's even an ATM that's open there. So now the Village area is where you have these amenities along with the, the amenity center, the pools, the recreational stuff. And then you have a lot of the townhomes. So we're gonna get started with the townhomes today. Okay, well, we're getting started in the Village area of Walsh today, and that is where a lot of the townhomes are going in. So right now I'm walking in front of the Highland Townhomes, like model home section. So there are 4 units in these townhome buildings. It's one single structure with 4 living units. And that's how most of the townhomes in Walsh are gonna be. They're not duplexes, they're gonna be like 4plexes, but really it's a townhome. So you're gonna own individually your unit. Now, a little bit about these townhome units is that you're gonna have rear entry garages on all of them. They're all gonna be 2-story. All your bedrooms are gonna be upstairs, which is not a huge plus, right? For a lot of people, that's a negative. However, the major draw for townhomes is these are gonna be the most affordable properties in Walsh. So there's currently 1 or 2 townhomes available for like just under $400,000. I think one was $399. Obviously they go up from there depending on your selections and everything else. Now Highland has townhome options, Village has townhomes, and not all the builders do townhomes. So not all the builders in Walsh produce all the different products. So that's important to note. And another thing about the townhomes, just so you know, is that they're gonna have the most expensive HOA fees. You're like, well, why does the cheapest home have the most expensive HOA fee? And that's because the HOA fee includes the exterior insurance of that townhome structure. So your homeowner's insurance should be cheaper because you're not having to get a full insurance policy. You're getting something that is more similar to a renter's policy where it's covering the interior of the unit and stuff like that. So if you are looking to get into Walsh and a 2-story option is okay with you, and you don't need a yard, right? So these do not have any significant yard. They have little front fenced-in patio areas. That would be important to know, but townhomes can be a great option. And speaking of that price, I was talking with the Highland sales manager, Lane, great guy, talking to him. I have his cell phone. So they are currently offering some really good pricing. So they have listed prices for stuff. They're offering $25,000 off the listed price right now. Cannot guarantee how long this goes for. And then they are also offering $20,000 in incentives to buy your interest rate down or to help with closing costs. He does have at least one available to move in right now. So a lot of these are under construction. Townhomes are a little bit different. They don't do a lot of this ground up development because they have to build 4 at a time. So most of these are built as spec homes. Check out my other video on new construction to understand what that means. But there's at least one available. If you're interested, reach out. I'll get you connected with Lane directly. Now let's head over and check out the garden style next. Okay, we are now checking out the David Weekley style garden homes. And so they call these garden style. And these are homes that are laid out in sets of 4. So it's kind of like their counterpoint to the townhomes, but these are technically single family homes. So they each have their own, structure, their own lot. And as you'll see, right here, I've got, one unit here. I've got a backyard here. It looks like it's shared, but it's just because it was 2 model homes. They had the backyard open. There would be a fence here. Another building here, another house here. And these were the model homes. And now that they've sold them, they are building 2 additional, over here. You can see them working. And then we've got one right here that doesn't even have like the foundation, cover down yet. So these are kind of a unique style. So you've got 4 homes laid out in a square type grid with a single drive. So I'm walking down a single drive that 4 homeowners will share with all their garages facing each other. They'll each have their own small backyard. Again, single family homes that are sharing a drive. Now my brother and sister-in-law live in Nashville, and this is something that in some of these nicer cities where this land is becoming a premium, cities are allowing people to do this on existing lots as well. So if you have a large enough lot, they might let a homeowner parcel that out, install a single drive, and then have like 3 or 4 homes there. Now, there are no garden style homes currently available. David Weekley just sold their last one. They may have some coming in future phases, but if you're looking for a David Weekley home or you have questions about this, reach out to me. I can connect you with Laurel. That's their local salesperson, and we can make sure you get any questions answered. Now, a little bit about these homes, if you do look at them, again, they're all 2-story like the townhomes. All bedrooms are up like the townhomes, but you're gonna have a little bit more square footage. It's not gonna be quite as tight. You're gonna have, exterior windows on multiple sides, unlike townhomes. So that's a little bit about the garden style homes, and we're gonna check out the cottages next. Okay, we're gonna check out the cottage style homes next. We are walking on a street that's owned by David Weekley, but Village also provides the cottage style product out in Walsh. So what sets the cottage style apart is, you might also call them like the shotgun style. That might be an old school term for that. I actually saw it on a TV show where they explained exactly where that term came from. But these are on 35-foot lots. The homes are gonna be longer and narrow. They're gonna be all rear entry garages, so you're gonna have like an alleyway that all the neighbors use to get to their garage. They're all gonna be 2-story, but the big difference between this and the garden style is that you can get your master bedroom downstairs, which you can't do that on the townhomes or the garden style. So, sorry, they're playing the music kind of loud, but the cottage style is gonna be a great middle ground between the garden style and single family, because you have your own yard, you have your own drive. You have like a real yard. It's gonna be smaller, but you have a yard, and you can get the master down, which is gonna be great. So starting price point on these are gonna be in the $450 range and up. So if you are kind of a David Weekley person and you want to talk with David Weekley, we'll get you in contact with Laurel. If you have heard of Village, maybe enough of clients who most of the family owns a Village home, we'll get you in contact with Miranda. But one of the interesting things about these cottage style homes is that while I am on a street that is all cottage style homes, all of these are, they do have cottage style homes that are interspersed throughout the neighborhood, which is different than a lot of the other style homes. Like the townhomes, you're just gonna have a bunch of townhomes next to each other. They're not gonna put those in between 2 single family homes. Cottage style really blends in, and it was a great way for the developer to make sure they maximized lots and lot sizes and spacing. So you might have 2 50-foot wide lots, with a 35-foot lot in between, which is the cottage style. Now you are gonna have the least expensive single family HOA dues. I think they're like $210, something like that. But these can be a great option because you do get that master down. You do have that full yard. You do have an alley that is shared with your neighbors, but not a driveway that's shared. And you still get to make all your option selections, and you can, build everything out the way you'd like. So I'm gonna jump over and we're gonna check out Model Home Row in Walsh. And we're gonna talk about really the variety of options you can get when you're looking at single family. Okay, I am on Gray Birch now, which is the new Model Home Row for all the single family products from all the builders. So we've got Drees, we've got GFO, we've got Toll Brothers, we have multiple Highland homes, we've got a Village home, we've got a David Weekley home, and you're gonna get the most options going with a single family home. And what I mean by that is the most options by builder choice. You're gonna have the most floor plan options. You're gonna have the most selections and modifications to those options. So really you're gonna have a much, I'm not gonna say a better experience, but a more in control experience if you want to build. And there's just gonna be a much wider variety in the single family landscape out here. And that is a majority of the homes in Walsh are single family homes. So you're gonna have bigger lots, more privacy, bigger homes. You can choose from 1 or 2 story homes. So getting a single family home is the only way to get a 1-story home in Walsh. You cannot do that with a townhome. You cannot do that with a garden style. You cannot do that with a cottage style. Now, not to say that you shouldn't get a 2-story, but if you want a single story home, the only way to do it is buying a single family home with one of these other builders. But the drawback is the pricing. They're gonna be the more expensive, but it is also the primary offering in Walsh is single family. So the lowest currently available as of this recording is about $570,000, and new construction homes can go up to well over $1 million depending on size, builder, lot, location, and everything else. And that's not just Klein Park. There are $1 million homes being sold in Walsh phases 2 and 3. So that's just something to be aware of. But I do have clients, multiple clients buying single family homes out here right now, all super excited about it. And it's just important to know that kind of the old maxim is you get what you pay for. You're gonna have more options, more choices, more in control, but you're gonna pay for that. So we'll make sure you get some good views, single family properties, especially Model Home Row, and what that looks like. But this is really kind of the bread and butter of the Walsh area. And the other options that are available that we already went over, they're kind of being provided as an entryway into the neighborhood for people who maybe don't want to or can't afford, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 homes right now, which is tough, especially in this interest rate environment. So if you are interested in that, let me know. Happy to help figure out what you're looking at on your interest rates, and also which builders are going to be offering incentives that would help you achieve your goals sooner rather than later. Okay, well, thanks for checking out this video about the different construction types and home types in the Walsh area. If there's anything I didn't explain properly or you have more questions on, put those comments in the comments below. And I also have a sign up. If you are looking to see what new construction is available in the Aledo area, there's a link in the description below where you can tell me exactly what neighborhood you're interested in, exactly what price points you're interested in. And the only thing I'm gonna do is make sure you see those homes. No newsletters, no calls, no texts. You're just gonna get those homes that you wanna see in your email. So check out the link in the description below. And remember, whether you're thinking about moving next week or next year, all my contact information is in the description box below. I look forward to helping you make a smooth move to the Aledo area.